what's up, man? I didn't know what was going on this week, if you wanted to come in or not. I have kind of a crazy week. My my wife's brother is getting married this week, so I'm helping him out with building a video, and I have to do Zoom sound, kind of like what I do with my lessons here. Everyone on Zoom can see him get married, and he's trying to do it safe, and that vibe. So I'm pretty swamped this week. I can make some time if you want to come in for a lesson, but I just thought I'd do a little quick video lesson for you here with some ideas to keep you moving forward on your drums. So yeah, man, let's kick it off like we normally always do with a warm up, and then I have a drum fill, like a reggae drum fill type of thing. It's the middle of the day here when I'm recording this, so I have to kind of play a little quiet, but I'll still try to play on the actual drums so I can get you so you can get a grasp of what I'm trying to explain here. So all right, man. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. Hope all is good, and hope you're staying safe out there. So for our warm up, I'm gonna change to this one here so you can see overhead too. I've been doing 8 and 8 equals 16 with my students, with all my younger students, and everybody actually all week. So I'm going to show you what 8 and 8 equals 16 is. I don't know if we've done 8 and 8 equals 16 before. I think we did this sausage, pepperoni thing. Sausage, pepperoni. It's very similar. So it's 8 eighth notes, 4 eighth notes, sorry. No, it's 8 eighth notes on our right hand. So like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on our right. Then our left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's our next 8. Then we do 16 notes. Pepperoni, 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 pepperoni. Or one E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a. So altogether it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then pepperonis are 16 notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a. All right, so we just do that over and over, repeat. We'll try a couple different tempos. It ends up being one measure each. So 8 eighth notes, a measure of 16th notes, and we just repeat that over and over again. What I like to do, if you want to challenge yourself just a little bit more, then try to keep quarter notes with the kick drum with the metronome. So it'll be. All right, so we don't have to start that fast. I normally like to get everyone to do it, to kind of set a goal. So I think maybe me and you together, our goal should be maybe 150, 160 beats per minute. That's our goal. So, but for right now, we can start at 80. So that's 80, and it'll be like da 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 da. All right, so kick drum, 1, and then we're going to start with our eighth notes on our right hand. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, next. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16ths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Keep it going. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Trying to keep our breathing good. Keep relaxed. Moving our wrists. Not gripping the sticks too tight. Nice even strokes. Couple more. Last one. Good. Let's try that again a little bit faster. This is 100 beats per minute. So that was 80. So this is 20 beats per minute faster. This is substantial, but let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Same concept though. Stay relaxed, relax your shoulders, nice wrist movements, not holding the sticks too tight, not tensing up. The faster we go, the more relaxed you should try to be or focusing. Okay, so kick drum first on the quarter note. Ready, go. Okay to play your kick drum nice and loud and firm right on that metronome or on the click. And then eighth notes on our right hand. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Next, 16ths. Habit. I'm always teaching the little kids pizza toppings. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Okay, a couple more. Last one. Good job. All right, here we go. One more. This is 120. Again, substantial. If you can't do this one, it's okay. I don't really know. When you're in here, when you're in studio, then I can tell like, hey, we're at our limit, or we can go way faster. So like I said, our goal is like 160 maybe. So let's try this one. If it's way too fast, don't worry because it's part of it. All right, so 120, here we go. So that's how fast our eighth notes are going to be. Let's start with our kick drum, though. 2, ready, go. All right, and here's our hands. Eighth notes. 1, 2, ready, go. Next, 16ths. Remember to relax and breathe. Couple more. Last one. All right. Now this, nice job on that too, especially if you're able to keep up on 110. That's awesome. Or 120. That's awesome. If you have a metronome, yeah, go ahead and turn it on. Try to like move up by 10s or 20s or whatever, and just practice that. You can practice that on a pillow too. I always tell like everybody wants to try to go as fast as they can. And that's fine, but it's more important to play it correctly and efficiently than it is to play it with like super crazy speed. You know what I mean? So if you're not playing it correctly, why would you want to play it like, if you can't play your strokes evenly and it sounds like, shoes in a dryer when you do your 16th notes, then like slow it down and get that perfect, get that more accurate with the metronome and more efficient and get your hands working together like that first before you start trying to get lightning speed, So, okay. I'm going to be playing really quietly over here because I don't want to disturb my neighbors and all that jazz, but it's all good. All right, so we're still focusing on the reggae thing. Last time we were in, we were like playing like So we got some solid reggae beats now. We should have at least a solid rock steady one drop, or like a faster, like if we're playing ska, like a skinhead reggae, early reggae type of thing. Okay, so this is a quick lesson. This isn't going to be like super involved and like crazy, where we have to learn rudiments and stuff like that. It's just a concept idea on how to execute our drum fills. So I've talked to you a bunch about playing our drum fills, and like if we're playing like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and not a half-time thing, 3 and 4, this is like a common time thing. Playing our side stick and our snare on 2 and 4. That's what I mean by that. If it was halftime, we'd be playing our kick and snare on 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But if we're playing like rock steady or ska, then we're playing on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. Boom. Normally our reggae drum fills, like we pause on 1, or I was just using this as an example, I think on our first lesson. We pause on beat 1, or like crash on beat 1, and then we leave some space. Then we do a drum fill starting on beat 3, and then we end on 1 again. So like I did like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, gosh, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and hard to play quiet, especially reggae stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so I did like a drag. So a drag roll is left, left, right, left. And that's a weird one. We're gonna have to spend some time on that as like a full lesson, because that's a weird feeling. There's like a triplet vibe in there that I haven't explained. But anyways, the idea that we're focusing on today is pause on 1, then like 1, 2. So we're pausing for 2 beats, and then we start our drum fill on 3 and 4, and then we end. So like if I didn't do that drag, but I just did like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. I play eighth notes on the sausage on my either left or right hand. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and crash. Okay, again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And okay, so let me explain again briefly, because I'm getting ahead of myself. But in reggae, this is what we were talking about, and we're going to embellish on that a little bit more. So in reggae, we've talked about crashing on beat 1. You know, normally in rock music, we do our drum fill starting on beat 1, and then we end on with a crash on beat 1. Well, in this case, we're going to crash on beat 1 instead of starting our drum fill on beat 1. We're going to crash, leave space for 2 beats, 1, 2, then we're going to do our drum fill for 3 and 4, and then crash again on beat 1. So an example of that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm going to do that again. Let's loop that. 3 and 4. Here we go. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Already? Here we go. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so now that we have that down, let's try to build on that, because that totally works, even if we're playing that as a fast tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and here I go and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now in order to make that more reggae, I'm going to do that drag at the beginning. So like 1, 2, 3 and 4 and okay, makes sense. 1, 2, here I go. 1, 2. That time I didn't end with a crash. So that's what I wanted to get into today is, again, taking the rock and roll concept of like, you know, we play our drum beat and then we do our drum fill. 2, here I go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a crash. That's a rock drum fill, right? 8th notes. Here I go. 1, 2, ready, go. All right. Start with our fill, end with our crash. Reggae, it's flipped. So crash. All right. So and no kick. So now when you do your reggae drum fill, do that thing that I was talking about, like 8th notes. 3 and 4 and sausage, sausage. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and, but then no crash. Just end with a kick. So go 1, 2, no crash. 1, 2, here I go. 1, 2. All right. That's where we get some reggae action going. So I'm still doing that drag roll thing in the beginning. You don't have to do that just yet. We'll work on that separately. So if I go 1, 2, if I want it to be some roots style reggae, no crash at the end, kick only, like as if I'm going to crash, but no crash with the kick. Just gung, 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 ooh. 1, 2, here I go. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Crash. Da, 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 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Boom. Love it. Let's take that to the next step. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can even do it with the same hand if you want. Or, okay. Either way, we're playing 2 on the snare, 2 on the rack. Dot, dot, doom, doom. Dot, dot, doom, doom. And then after we go doom, doom with the rack, we just end with our kick, no crash. All right? So crash, dot, dot, doom, doom, Crash, dot, dot, doom, doom, Okay? 2, start with our reggae beat. 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Crash, 2. Dot, dot, doom. I messed us up. One more time. 2, ready, go. I have to remember what we're doing. 1, 2, here we go. Crash. Dot, dot, doom, doom, Good. After you hit that kick as if you're going to play a crash, don't forget you still have to play your kick on beat 2. So that's beat 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. But then you still have to play the kick on 2. So it's like 2 kicks back to back, right? So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time, here we go. Crash. Okay, let's add another note on that rack tom. So let's do that rhythm. All right, can you do that? Right, right, left, right, 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 left, right. So we got 1, 2. All right, so here we go. We're going to try to get this no crash on beat. Like, first we're going to start with a crash on beat 1, but then we're not going to end our fill with a crash. And we're going to embellish with that, okay, on our rack tom. That's going to be the basis of our fill, but we're going to not start that until beat 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then a kick at the end. All right, here we go, starting with our beat. Keep your beat going, and I'll count us in. Starting with our crash, then our fill on beat 3. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Crash. Yes. All right, here we go. 1, 2. 2, ready, go. Crash 2. No crash at the end. Sounds so Jamaican. 1, 2, here we go. Crash 2. All right, couple more. 1, 2, here we go. Crash 2. Last one. Dot dot doo doom. On beat 3. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 4 again. Okay, very nice. I hope you got that. I hope that wasn't too confusing for you. But the last step for us is, instead of ending with our kick like we would intend to maybe hit the crash, but we don't. Dot dot do do gosh, boom, bop. Okay, so now instead of ending with our kick, we're going to try to end with a rim shot on the edge of our snare, kind of like right here, so we can get the most ring out of it. So we're going to do the same exact drum fill. Crash on 1, dot dot do do do. But instead of landing on beat 1 with our kick, we're going to land on beat 1. I'm actually going to do this with my right hand, and I'm going to play it on the edge of my snare. I'm not getting a good rim shot right now, but there we go. All right. So dot dot do doom snare. Very, very unlikely if you are a rock and roll drummer. This is where rock and roll drummers get super confused by reggae drummers, because why would you ever end your drum fill with a snare hit, a rim shot on your snare? You should always end with a big crash. No, 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 not in reggae. All right, here we go. Starting with our beat. So one more time, let me just explain for emphasis the drum fill. Crash on 1, rest for beat 2, start our drum fill on beat 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and snare with a big rim shot on the edge. So 1, 2. All right. 1, 2. 1, 2. Or sorry, 1, 2. All right. That's a big Greg Narvis type thing. Or if you listen to the Steady 45s, he loves doing drum fills. Love it. Love it. Ska fills all day. 1, 2. Oh man, if you can get that little on the edge of your snare right here and let that thing ring, you sound like you got you sound like you might have Jamaican blood. All right, so let's try the same thing again. Lock in on that beat. I'll count us in. Same drum fill. Crash on 1. Start your fill on 3. But then end with a snare hit instead of a kick drum. Okay? Ending with a snare drum hit. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. And then back to your beat on beat 2. Let's try that again. Let's try that slower like this. Okay? 1, 2, ready, here we go. Crash, 2. Missed the rim a little bit that time, but that's okay. It still works. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, ready, here I go. 1, 2. Whew. Love that one. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2. Very nice. Couple more. 1, 2, ready, here we go. 1, 2. Ooh, I hit with that drag in there. Sounds even more ska reggae. One more time. 1, 2, ready, here we go. 1, 2. Man, those rim shots are crucial. Okay, so rim shots are crucial for that. Gung at the end. Da da do doom bang. Awesome, man. That's one of my all-time favorite things to do. So I would go boom, boom. Like if I'm playing reggae, I like that. If I'm playing ska, I put a drag in the middle on beat 2. There's so many things you can do. So now this isn't, again, like I always say at the end of every lesson that we do, these aren't rules. These aren't hard, fast rules that you have to follow, and you can only do that drum fill to make it work. You can embellish this in any way. There are really no rules in reggae, as you know. But there's different concepts that work. And You know, if you're gonna do like that's not gonna work because that's just straight rock, you know. But what I mean is, if you want to go, or you want to go, or you want to go, you know, any of those, there's no rule on like you can only hit the tom twice, or you can only hit the snare twice, or you can do anything that you want, as long as that, like, if we start thinking in that concept, crash on 1, start your fill on 3, end with either a kick or a snare drum rim shot, you're going to have some dope sound and fills if you can make those work. That's what I'm saying. So I hope that you're able to jam out on this, and I hope that it helps you with some like creativity as far as like writing new songs and playing drums for your demos and all that stuff that we've been talking about when you come in for your lesson. And so, yeah, I hope this concept idea is useful for you. All right, man. So thank you, and then just text me. Let me know if you want to come in for a lesson, or like, yeah, what's up? And like I mentioned, I can make some time this week, but I'm pretty swamped, like with my brother's wedding. So, but when next week I should be totally free. So, and then of course, as I always say, if there's any questions on this stuff or anything like that, don't hesitate, man. Just hit me up. Yeah, all is good. All right, man. Have a great week, and I will see you next time. Yay. Drum Brigade.